Follow-up question, Shane. Follow-up question. Pensioners gained a couple of bucks each week. They are Winston's electorate. Is New Zealand first at risk with this budget?
Absolutely. There are three parties that are at risk here. Your party, because you're borrowing $13 billion more. There'd be a lot of people in your party, including your voice, the Taxpayer Union, that are really pissed off with you.
They're pissed off. Taxpayers Union pretty pissed off.
The National Party said
we've got our own voice.
Then the National Party said $250. No, less than 3,000 people get families get, and then
the superannuitants.
Superannuitants. But let's have a look at it. They didn't get $2.50 because it wasn't adjusted in terms of inflation.
So they've actually gone
April
backwards.
the 1st. But what's happened? Lambs like me have got more money, and our poor and our older folks have got less money. Thank heavens for the winter energy supplements. Or if it wasn't for the winter energy supplements, it would be a real winter of discontent for our superannuitants.
Basically, Shane DePoe is saying all three of the government parties are in danger because of this government for different reasons. Because ACT supporters don't want, if they're honest actors in the ACT supporters party, they don't want to see $14 billion worth of borrowing. Winston's throwing the elderly under the bus, and National's being dragged to the far right by these two more superior politicians, and they're worried about penis police and and migration issues again. So you go at it. So I've got one more clip, but you go for it.
Oh, look, I don't think I really have anything more to add there. We've got a couple of comments in the chat. Labor did this, Labor did that. Yes. Yeah.
They're not the government.
Yeah, they're not the government, and they should be criticised on the merits of what they did at the time. But what we're doing is talking about what's happening now, which is
and look,
you can litigate the past.
I'm over that.
Labor's mistakes we've spoken about. There's a reason that they're not part of the government anymore. But that doesn't mean that these guys get a fucking pass. We've talked at length about the problems that successive governments of multiple colours have left on the table that have become just this unbearable elephant in the room that we can't solve. But the comparison that is being mentioned is Labor bad because borrow money, big bad.
Yeah. National
sweeps in, borrows an enormous amount of money as well. It's bullshit, and they should be roasted for it.
Yeah, and look, I'm completely over this, but Labor. I mean, to be honest, you guys know I don't really engage on Twitter. I sent out a few replies today, but I don't really engage on Twitter. And when I do, there's a guy that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember his name. And I keep saying, I asked him, worst economy. Okay, give me some metrics. They never do. The reality is, people are talking about the $1 million consultation fee from that this government's paying to two consultants about a tunnel under Wellington that's never going to happen. They've been told will never happen.
Laughable tunnel.
And so the response through a whole bunch of social medias to us pointing that out has been, but like Labor, a $50 million cycleway they never built. It's like, well, so what? There's two things, right? The first is that we're holding National to the standard they set for Labor. And they set consultants bad. So if what we're calling out is the hypocrisy of National based on their standards for Labor. If you want to go and find the hypocrisy of Labor talking about we won't build cycleways and then trying to build a cycleway, sure, you'll have a valid point. But it's not the argument to say, but Labor did bad things. We're saying this government is breaking promises and being hypocrites based on the standard they set for the previous government. I'm not going any further than that. Yes, Labor was shithouse. I didn't vote for them. They lost a huge advantage they had with the majority, and they should have done better. They didn't. Whoop-de-doo. Yes, Labor bad at times. Fine. You can actually take that and run with it. It doesn't change the idea that so what you're saying is because Labor did something wrong, National's allowed to do something wrong. Because that's the only argument you're actually going with.
The fact
and it doesn't, and I'm over it. I'm just pretty much not going to engage with that anymore because it's like, no, I don't care about what did happen. Because it's gone. Yes, you're right. Okay, I give it to you. You're right. Labor bad $50 million cycleway. Right, done. You're correct. Now, let's talk about National bad hypocrite $1 million consultants. because that's the topic I want to talk about.
Yeah, because we're quite happy to criticise our side when they fuck up.
Of course.
And then it seems that people that oppose us wave our hands away, but Labour. It's like, hold your own team to things that you thought were important when it was Labour doing it.
Yep.
Because that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're holding our team to the same standards.